Dang it. Merch is hard.
Woes be gone. Enter Full Stack Merch.
Wow. Thanks, Full Stack Merch.
What's up, indies? Welcome back to Full Stack Creative. I'm Corinne, and today I wanted to come and talk to you about merchandise struggles. Now, you guys know that I am the local merch fiend. I am crazy about merchandise. I am crazy about indies making money with their merch and making good merch so that people will keep ordering from you. So I'm excited to tell you a little bit more about Full Stack Merch today. There are a lot of different indies with a lot of different needs, but there are 3 categories that we see rise up most commonly.
Do you have lots of customers in North America, but hemorrhaging money from shipping costs has got you feeling sour?
I love my fans in North America, but I also love healthy margins. What am I to do?
Okay, so let's dig into international indies. Indiepreneur is a US-based company, but tons of our indies are from across the globe, and we love our international indies. One thing that really seems to pack on their problems selling, though, is the cost of international shipping. So we don't yet have international solutions for US-based indies who are shipping outside of the US. What we do have, though, is a benefit to any of our international indies. So for example, if you are an Australian-based artist, you will have to charge your customer $15, $16, $17 to even get it shipped from you to them. Then there's a 3 to 4, or depending on the politics or the market or a range of different things that can impact delivery times, they may wait anywhere from 3 weeks to up to 2 months to get that package. Then when it gets there, there's a nice customs or import duty tax that they have to pay before they can even receive it. This is all really kind of cruddy when you're talking about a customer experience. So if you were to have someone in the US shipping these packages for you, you could, in theory, have all of these things produced in the US, which is at minimum cost shipping wise, and then Full Stack Merch can actually ship it out for you for $5. They'd get it in a few days at most at that point, and there's no duties or customs fees for them to pay. So you can see the stark difference between the customer experience. You always want to keep your fan experience as good as possible, and if they have the good experience, they're likely to order again and quickly.
Have a big launch coming up and need short-term help?
I have too much on my plate right now to process these orders.
Okay, so let's say you have a big launch coming up, and I know this through experience. I am currently launching an album, and I've launched 3 other full lengths and many, many singles. So I know what a big deal it is to bring awareness to it, find new fans in the process, make sure that they're getting updates along the way, get their emails out, have them pre-order the album, right? And that is something that is a huge amount of tasks, let alone if you need to shower, sleep, eat, you know, human function. So it can be a huge undertaking to gather all these orders, do all the other things that you need to do. Oh, and by the way, make some music. Right? So even if you are a straight up workaholic, if your album sells a couple hundred orders, you are definitely going to be overwhelmed when it's time to process all of those. Like maybe you could get a couple of your cousins to come over and help you pack those things, but can you get out a huge launch with hundreds of orders? Can you get those out in a day? You might not be able to, which is what we like to do to help. Another thing that you can do, just as a little tip, is if you want to process orders ahead of time, basically think about what products am I offering? Am I offering bundles, right? What are the different scenarios where I need this different kind of packaging? That's one thing. You don't want to get stuck feeling like you're shoving everything into a bubble mailer. A hoodie and a t-shirt and a CD don't go in a bubble mailer. They don't fit fit. It doesn't matter how big that thing is. So one thing that we help with is we actually have the right packaging. So if you're not using full stack merch, I would definitely recommend count up the orders as they're coming in, plan for the different merch items that you're going to be offering and what the different combinations of those look like. This is also relevant when you're even just planning the products for your launch. If you sell a coffee mug as part of your overall packages, you have to think differently about how those are going to send, because you're definitely not getting a mug in a bubble mailer. So there's a lot of different things to consider when you're prepping for a launch, not just fulfilling those orders, but also making sure that those shipping costs are set aside and that you're well planned for.
Is business good, but you've got more orders than you can handle?
I love that so many people want to buy my things, but this is too much for me.
One thing that we really love seeing is when indies are doing super duper well. And basically their order count has started to outpace their time. Now, this seems like a problem, but it's a quality problem, right? Good problem to have. And we see this a lot with our IndieX clients. A lot of our IndieX clients come in, they're already doing pretty well. Maybe they're not doing a ton of orders, or maybe they're in on demand. There's a lot of different variables there. But IndieX's job is to provide revenue lift, and they do it very well. What that means is that you're getting more orders. So even if you aren't an IndieX client, this is something that should be a goal in your music business. Create more customers, get those customers ordering more than once, and then fulfill those orders in a way that is meaningful to them, but also really great customer service. And that's one solution that we saw Full Stack Merch needed to offer. We have a lot of musicians who they're trying to develop great new products, right? They need help maybe identifying where they can source those things and also just getting them fulfilled. So not only do we fulfill all of the orders over long term, all of their products are stored with us. We have lots of inventory in place. We forecast their inventory. The last thing you want to do is have orders delayed because you don't have inventory. So we actually do forecasting to let them know, all right, based on projections, this is when you're going to run out of this inventory. So that's something else that Full Stack Merch does for these clients that are doing a lot of volume. Another thing that we can help these clients do is product development. If you're doing this many orders, chances are you're going to want to diversify your merchandise spread. And sometimes it can be hard to come up with these ideas, or maybe you try to order something creative on Alibaba and it comes and the sample sucks, right? So that's one other thing that we do at Full Stack Merch is we help develop products. We actually have a laser engraver here in shop where we make some custom items for our clients and kind of help them also develop these other things. We get to know their brand really well. We look at what's already selling in their store and then develop products that we know are going to help move more merch. And that's pretty much it on Full Stack Merch. Shortly, Full Stack Merch will also be moving into done-for-you tech builds. So if you're not sure, if you're like, wait, so Squarespace has e-commerce and then Shopify, but then also have a Wix store, what am I using to actually send these things out? A lot of those questions, we can help you with that, especially if we help you develop the right tech build. So let's start there. Let's get your infrastructure in place and build out a store that you can trust.
Thanks, Full Stack Merch.
Thanks for hanging out with me, Indies. We'll see you next time on Full Stack Creative.